All right, here's a controversial question. Should Uber drivers earn a minimum wage? In a world where most people have or need side hustles, you need to be paying attention to how this plays out. It's a question that has sparked massive wars between state governments and rideshare companies, hundreds of millions of dollars spent by these companies to fight it and make sure that they can keep treating drivers as contractors, not employees, in which they would have rights to things like minimum wages or certain benefits and protections. And the way that this is playing out, there's been a few interesting updates across multiple states this week. New York, Uber's been gaming local wage laws. Uber started locking New York City drivers out of its app during low demand periods to avoid paying them more for the time without a rider. To get around this New York law protecting minimum wages, that includes that non-rider time in the calculation, and drivers report needing to work longer hours for the same amount of income. It's not a good structure here, and rates have surged. Massachusetts has done something interesting. Ride-hailing companies agreed to pay $32 minimum active hourly pay rate for drivers in a new settlement that addresses their wage law violations. And Uber and Lyft will now allow drivers to access some employee-like benefits like paid sick leave and health insurance stipends while still using them as independent contractors. It's more flexible, so drivers spending employee-like time driving start to get more employee-like benefits. Minneapolis passed a mandated minimum wage, and Uber threatened to pull out of the area, but they eventually negotiated a deal to keep them operating there, but at higher pay and access to some insurance. California has been a mess with new laws, proposition votes, lawsuits headed to the Supreme Court. These rideshare companies really have their work cut out for them, and with fewer and fewer players, Uber holds most of the power. And the structures that these states finalize will likely shape new laws for most contract work. And if you do any independent work, this will likely end up affecting you.